Okay. All right, so welcome to class. Today we're going to be doing a heart-centered practice. We're working on opening up our chest, getting some tension out of the shoulders. And did you have any other areas of concern?
Like lower back?
Lower back, okay. All right, so let's get started off in a child's pose. Bringing the fingers stretched out as wide as possible. And I'm just going to run like a little sage over your back body. Just releasing anything that does not happen on the mat right now. Nothing that is not happening on the mat matters right now. Spreading out your fingertips. And then gently walking your hands over to the right. So you stack your left hand on top of your right. And then see if there's anywhere where you can relax into a little bit more. Maybe if you feel tension, don't try to name the tension. Just see if you can soften that area a little bit. Maybe it's above your shoulders, maybe your neck. Starting to breathe more into the stomach. And then as you exhale, maybe walk your fingers a little bit more towards the right. And then let's start to walk them over towards the left. Stacking your right hand on top. Letting your face relax, your jaw relax. Maybe sinking your hips a little bit closer towards your heels. Finding any areas where you can soften, breathe bigger into the stomach. Good, and then let's work our way back towards the center. Coming into puppy pose, so scoot your hands a little bit more forward. And then relax your chest down towards the mat. So your chest and chin are up. Good, hips remain up. Good. So this is the heart melting pose. Just imagine your heart melting into the earth here and slowly bringing it up to all fours. Taking a C-shaped spine, looking to the left, hips to the left. Moving the hips to the right, look to the right. Good, and then let's just begin to move your left leg out and your right arm out. And just give your wrists some circles and your ankles some circles. Make sure the back of your neck has no crease, so your vision should be a couple hand lengths in front of your left hand. Good, and then stretch and reach through your right fingertips, stretch and reach through your left heel, and then bring it in, and then extend it back out like you're doing a nice big yawn stretch, and then exhale, bring it back in. One more time, extend it out, and bring it back in, and then let's go back down to all fours. Right leg goes extended out, right arm goes up towards the ceiling, and then we're going to take some shoulder circles here, so kind of like you're swimming. Your right arm is going to go long over your ear, down in front, and then back up. So starting to time this to the breath. Inhale, extend, and then exhale, let it circle down. Inhale, extend towards the ceiling. Exhale, just let it drop. Inhale, back up, and exhale, drop. One more circle. Inhale, reach. And then exhale, meet your hand back on the floor. And then let's take that left arm up, open up, and then exhale, weave it through, palm face up, bring that left shoulder down. And the right arm, you can bring it up and let it fall towards gravity, or you can bring it around towards your left hip, behind your back. Good. Just making sure this is just an effortless pose. This one is really just to stretch out your shoulders. So if it hurts, good, that's okay, but if it hurts, back off a little bit. And then let's come back towards center. Couple more C shapes, looking to the right, hips to the right, hips to the left, look to the left. And then just a couple cat-cows at your own pace. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, drop the head. A couple more, lifting the chest. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, curving the spine in, pressing the mat away. Good. And let's go towards the other side. Extend the left leg, extend the right arm. And circle out the wrists, circle out the ankles. Again, make sure there's no crease to the back of your neck so you're looking down at your mat. And then extend, reach through the fingertips, reach to the heel, and then bring it in. A few more, extend, reach. Good, and then bring it in, nice. Keeping that heel engaged, extend through the heel, extend through the fingertips, and then bring it in. One more, extend, and bring it in. And both hands back down. Good. So now keeping the right hand planted and the right knee planted, extend the left leg, left arm up. Big inhale, stretch, long line, and then exhale, bringing the hand down. Reaching through all of the fingertips, stretching out the arm. Inhaling, extend. Exhale, bring it down. Couple more, inhale, extend. Exhale, down. One more, inhale, reach. And exhale, down, good. And then right arm up, open up the chest. And then weave the arm through, palm face up. Each side is different, so you may just want to let your arm linger in the air. Bring it around to the back. Softening the face, good. Couple more breaths here. And then let's bring it back up. Okay, so we're gonna get started into it. Let's bring in our forearms down. We're going to slowly press up into dolphin pose. So dolphin is pretty much downward dog with your forearms down. So pressing your heels up, their hips distance apart, and then just starting to walk out your heels. First dolphin of the day. Good. And then while you're here, pressing into all of these fingertips right here, just like a frog. You want as much surface as you can on the mat. Good. And then bringing your knees back down. Extend one more time into child's pose, forehead to the mat. Good. And then rocking back up to your forearms again. Let's go back to our dolphin, walking it out. Really pressing the hips up, pressing the chest towards the knees, but keeping that length in the neck and the softness in the shoulders. Good, and then again, bring the knees down, extend to child's pose again, forehead to the mat. And then let's press up one more time, dolphin pose. This time find stillness. Feet or hips distance apart, maybe step in the feet a little bit closer, press the heels down. Good, and then lower back down to all fours, meeting in cat-cow again, taking a couple more cat-cows. And let's start to warm up the body. So let's press into downward dog, walking the feet forward. Inhale, hands to the shins, look up. Exhale, fold in, and then hands to the hips. Inhale, coming all the way up. I'm just gonna set the camera. Okay. So let's inhale up, and then exhale. We're gonna bring our arms to tree pose. So our shoulders are supporting our beautiful hearts. Exhale with a inhale, extend the arms. Let's do that again. Exhale, field goals. One more time. Inhale, extend up. Exhale, lean back, support the chest. Good. And then exhale, both hands down. Finding tree pose, just standing with your palms face forward. Chin slightly tucked in, top of the head raised. And then just feel where your shoulders naturally go. Do you feel like they're hunched up a little bit? Maybe you can relax them and let them slide further down your back. Just taking inventory of your whole body. Is there any tension in your knees? Press both feet down into the mat so you feel the evenness on both feet. Maybe even relax the fingertips as they're pulling towards the ground to lengthen out the sides of your neck. Good. And then just give everything a very gentle shake. Shaking out the ankles gently, the wrists, and then your body flops side to side. Good. And then slowly coming back to stillness, making your movements smaller and smaller until you're back facing the front of the mat. And let's take a big inhale in and sit back into chair pose. So lift the toes up, press back into your heels, look down, make sure you can see your toes. Take the shoulders away from your ears, good. Reaching through the fingertips, good, nice form. And then exhale, move to your tippy toes, heels lifted, arms extended in back of you, good. Keep the gaze towards the front of your mat. Keep the shoulders pulled away from you, keep reaching through the fingertips, nice. And then again, inhale, back to traditional chair pose, lifting the toes, sinking the hips back, rolling the shoulders back. And then exhale, folding down. Good, and then just grabbing onto your elbows, shaking at your head, yes and no. Moving side to side, letting the tension out of your face. Good, and then drop the arms, bending the knees, slow roll up. And find yourself back, facing front. Taking another inhale up. And releasing from the chest. 2 more times. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Inhale, reach up. And exhale. Good. And then let's fold back down. And place the palms on the mat, stepping out to a plank. Let's take a vinyasa, so lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, downward dog. Good, and let's lift the right leg up. Step it all the way through. We're going to come all the way up into crescent lunge. So both toes are pointed forward. Back knee is a little bit bent here. Good. So since we're already warmed up, we've got the fireplace on, we're going to go ahead and start off with a little twist. So you can have the option to lower that left knee or come directly into the twist. We're going to bring our left elbow to the outside of the right knee, press into the palm, and then look over that right shoulder. On the exhale, just keep pressing. So especially for lower back pain, it's always nice to get the twist in there before we start lengthening the hamstrings even more. A lot of times the lower back pain is just contributed to tight legs, but it's also nice to get the twist in there, maybe feel some pops. And then let's go back to center. So we're going to frame our foot here, and then exhale, extend back. So here's the pose that can really help your lower back pain because you're lengthening all of the hamstring, which attaches to your lower back. So if you want a little bit more of a stretch, you can flex your toes. And just be sure to drop your head, make sure your neck isn't doing too much work. Find some softness in the knee that allows your toes to flex more. Good, and then pressing back forward, let's inhale, open it up. Maybe bringing the palms together, surrounding your ears. And then next exhale, fold back down. Let's see what we're doing. Good, so let that leg go straight again. You can flex the toes. If you need a pad up under your knee, you can fold the mat under your knee. And just continue to drop your head, press the hip back. Call this pose fallen angel. And then one more time, let's press forward and lifting the arms up. Good, and then bringing the hands back down and frame the foot. Let's step out into our plank and do 10 heel presses back. So pressing heels back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Press back into downward dog. Walk it out, bending one knee at a time. And then walking towards the front of the mat. Inhale, look up. Try to get a flat back. And then exhale, fold down. Gently bending the knees, rolling all the way up. Inhaling the arms up. And then exhale, folding down. Vinyasa on the other side, plant the hands, stepping out to a plank, lower down. Inhale, and exhale, downward facing dog. Other side, let's bring the left leg all the way forward, crescent lunge, slightly bending the right knee, both toes pointed forward. Good, and bringing the arms up. Make sure if you have like headlights on your hips, they both be pointed forward. Good, so bring that hip a little bit more, bring a little more bend to that knee. Good, activating the back foot and pressing into the ball of the foot, good. And then we're gonna come all the way down, so bringing that right knee down, we're gonna go into our twist. So right elbow to the outside of the left knee, press in the palm, look over the shoulder. If you're feeling like you have enough stability, you can bring that right leg up. And with each exhale, see if you can press a little bit more and twist. Perfect. Okay, and then let's go back to center. So framing the foot, and then exhale, flex the foot, drop the head towards the knee. And then inhale, pressing forward, bringing the arms all the way up. Good. And then again, exhale, fallen angel, frame the foot, flexing the toes, dropping the head, pressing the hips back. Good, so you can bring a little more flex to the toes, good. And this is a good place too if you need a block or a pillow. And then one more time, inhale, coming up, pressing the hips forward, rolling the shoulders down, lifting the chest up, and then exhale, fold down. So yeah, doing this series really helps out the lower back and the chest right here. So let's frame the foot and step out into our plank, and then we're gonna just do a little core strengthening by tapping the right foot to the right, left foot to the left for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Press it up to downward dog, and then let's hop all the way through, bringing our legs out in front of us. So one of the most traditional and simplest poses to help the lower back. Again, let's lengthening out the back of the legs. So we're going to flex our feet. Inhale, lifting up, and then exhale, lead with the chest to fold, and then drop the head. So imagine lengthening with your chest towards your knees. No matter where your arms are, you want the back to be as long as possible. Good. And see if you can soften your knees a little bit to let the back of the knees come even further down towards the mat. Flexing the toes towards you, dropping the head. Nice breath. Good. And then walking our hands back, bending our knees, we're going to go into tabletop, another really good pose for lower back pain. So walking the hips forward, making sure the hands are underneath the shoulders, fingers pointed towards your heels. Let's inhale, lift the hips up. If your neck is comfortable, to let it drop. Good, pressing into the palms of the hands, pressing into the feet. Good, so you can lift your hips a little more, nice. And then one more breath, inhale, and on the exhale, let's move back into our seated fold. Inhale, lifting up, flex the toes. Exhale, lead with the chest, drop the head. So just a few breaths here. Again, with each exhale, see if you can lengthen a little bit more, leading with the chest. Soften the backs of the knees. Flexing the toes towards you. Good. And then let's go back to tabletop. We're gonna do 2 more. Plant the hands, bend the knees. Inhale, lift up, feet are hips distance. Drop the head, press into the mat. Press through all of the fingers, lifting the hips. Keep breathing. And then as exhale, move back into our seated fold. flexing the toes. Inhale, stretch up, and exhale, fold down. Very good. Just maintaining the integrity of the pose by feeling your breath all the way into your stomach. Exhale, leading the chest closer towards the toes, softening the knees. And last tabletop, bringing our hands behind our hips, bending the feet. Last one, back up, make it the best. Lift the hips, drop the head, press into the hands, soften the face. Good. And then last one, come back, bringing our feet together, and we're just going to take some hip circles now. Usually we do this at the beginning of class, but since we're just doing a short lower back and chest class, let's just move our hips in circles, just bouncing it out. And inhale when you move forward, exhale when you move back, bringing the tongue to the roof of the mouth so your jaw is nice and relaxed. This is also a really great one for lower back pain, getting some circulation into the hips. So imagine if the top of your head was painting a circle on the ceiling, making that circle as big as possible. And then switching directions when you're at a good place. Exhale, coming back. Inhale, coming forward. Just a couple more. Good, and then slowly returning to stillness, maybe making the circles micro until you're at complete stillness. And then bringing the hands to the shins, roll the shoulders up and back. We're just gonna do some spinal flexes. So on the inhale, you're gonna move your chest forward, kind of like cat-cows, but in a seated position. And then exhale, chin to the chest. Curve in. So inhale, press forward. Exhale, curve in, keeping the face soft. And depending on the speed of your breath, that's how fast you're gonna go. So take it at your own pace. Inhale, moving forward. Exhale, keeping in. So just leading with the heart, shining your heart forward, and honoring your heart inside. Shine out and honor within. And set your own rhythm inside. Letting your heart guide you and talk to you as part of your whole ecosystem of the body. Good, and just a couple more. And then moving your arms to your knees, we're going to do that same motion, but now it targets a bit of the lower back now. Same thing, inhaling forward, exhale, caving in. See if you can pull that belly button in towards your back and cave in. Just a few more. And then let's slowly roll down to our backs. And let's just shake everything out. Gently shaking out like you were wet, shaking out any tension that is still in your body. From your shoulders to your wrists. Good. And squeezing your knees in towards your chest. Giving your knees some circles. And then towards the left. Good. And let's take a happy baby, so bottoms of the feet towards the ceiling, holding onto the outsides of your pants or all the way up to the outsides of your feet, rocking side to side on the lower back. Shake out. Hug the knees in again. Bring your forehead up towards your knees. See if you can tense everything in your body. So squeeze your face like a raisin. Squeeze your head towards your knees. And then exhale, let it all go. Bringing your knees down. One more little pose until Shavasana. So we're going to lift our hips up. Clasp your hands underneath your hips. Walk your shoulder blades in together and press into your feet to lift your hips a little higher. So just one more for the front side of our bodies, for our hearts, bringing our heart closer to our head, letting those two unite in unity and power. Bringing a nice breath to our stomach. Interlacing our hands together, maybe as a metaphor to interlace our head and minds and spirits together. And then let's gently release and come into your version of Shavasana. Maybe your legs are wide, your palms are facing towards the ceiling, or maybe you want to bring your feet together. Let your whole body completely relax. Thank you. I'm just going to come around, give you a little bit of a neck massage. And are you okay with the essential oil? Deep breath in. And slowly start to move your fingers and your toes Waking up your body. And then rolling to one side to fetal position, legs curled, arms curled. And then whenever you're ready, slowly pressing up into the seat. Keeping your eyes closed, shoulders relaxed. Bringing your hands to your heart. Just giving thanks to yourself for creating this feeling inside of you. Knowing that you have a home inside you can come back to at any place to create this peace no matter what the world is outside. And bringing your hands between your two eyes, honoring the power of your intuition. Bringing your hands to your heart, honoring the power of your heart. And then folding down, honoring the sacredness of the earth in everyday life.